Some people think that taking Advil or Tylenol or these over-the-counter pain-relieving medicines have no consequence on the body, but they would be wrong. Huge consequences. Chronic pain is no fun to live with. Headaches, joint pain, muscle pain, it's not a normal part of aging. The pain is a signal that there's inflammation in your body and something needs to be done about it. I'm going to give you several things you can do on your own to help handle pain besides using these medications. Now, don't get me wrong, medication can be great for a temporary situation, but so many people lean on these to handle pain that's ongoing, and it can lead to addiction, liver stress, stomach bleeds, all kinds of problems in the body. So let me help you. Pain is caused by inflammation. Inflammation is your body rushing resources to an area to help pull out the toxic burdens that are causing your body to react. So you don't just get inflamed for no reason. The inflammation happens because there's something toxic there that your body needs to get rid of. So inflammation would be things like increased circulation, fever. Pain itself is the result of the inflammatory process. So first of all, be sure you're hydrated. Pain and inflammation could be one of your body's defenses when you don't have enough hydration to flush these toxins out of your body. Number two, don't get run down. If you've noticed, if you lack sleep, if you've got stress going on in your life, it's much, much easier for this pain to start to take over. I mean, how many people list stress as a trigger for headache pain, for example? Lack of movement also contributes to chronic pain. You may have heard the term that sitting is the new smoking, and there's a reason for that. If we do not stand up and walk around every 30 minutes, our circulation begins to stagnate, and that creates more inflammation in the body, which leads to more pain. So I developed an awesome program called the Inflammation Reset that you can do yourself at home. And what this does is it helps to educate you about the different items that build up as toxins in your body and cause inflammation. Some of these can be food, some of these can be environmental triggers, some of these can be stress, many, many things. So the Inflammation Reset is on my website on the shop page. Check it out. But I also want to give you some free information on what you can do yourself at home to take the edge off this inflammation. Sleep is one of those strides, but also something called earthing, which is where you are just barefoot on the ground, or you can order some earthing equipment, little sheets or pads that you can plug into the ground wire in your home and just sleep on. And that helps take inflammation and pain out of the body. Sunlight, the energy that you get from the sun, helps your mitochondrial function, helps all the fundamental things that are your body's own ways of handling pain. Now, there's a lot of herbs that people use to help with pain, and a lot of them are very successful. If you're on prescription medications, you do want to check with your prescribing physician and be sure that these herbs would be compatible. If your physician doesn't know the answer to that, oftentimes you can find on drugs.com, they have an interaction checker. You can enter your drug. They do have some herbs on that website, but they don't have all herbs. But you can try it, and if they have the herb in their database, they'll be able to tell you if it interacts negatively with your meds. So here's some of the natural herbs and remedies that you can use for chronic pain. Turmeric. Curcumin is the active ingredient in turmeric that helps work against pain. It helps with inflammation, and so it helps to relieve pain. Vitamin D can also help with pain. When you do a blood test for your vitamin D, you should read between 60 and 80 on that blood test. If your doctor just says you're normal, ask for the number, because the normal range starts as low as 30. You could be a 35 and still be well below that optimal range. Resveratrol is another herb that has a great track record for inflammation and pain. I personally love to use enzymes with people. Enzymes that are classic for relieving pain are called proteolytic enzymes. And Wobenzyme is a great brand that has a good track record of relieving inflammation and pain. You take these enzymes in between meals because what you're doing, you're not wanting the enzymes to digest your food per se. You're wanting them to help your body break down the extraneous things in the body so that you can eliminate them and stop that inflammation and pain. Cayenne is another substance that will help to improve circulation, and in some instances that helps to relieve pain. My favorite way to use cayenne is by squeezing the juice of about a quarter of a lemon into about 3 to 4 ounces of water. Do a sprinkle of cayenne, stir it up, and drink it. It's amazing what that can do if you do that every single day. Many, many health benefits there. And then finally, fish oil. The omega-3 fatty acids are brilliant at stopping inflammation and pain in the body. But keep in mind, when you use these herbs and these nutrients in higher doses to handle inflammation, what you're doing is having a stopgap measure. You still have to take care of the toxic loads that underline the reason why your body is creating this inflammation and pain. Now, these are not supplements, but they also help when you're looking at reducing pain. Number one, laughter. Interestingly, when you have a good belly laugh, you release a lot of endorphins in the body, and many of those do lower pain levels. Next would be an Epsom salt soak. You can take a warm bath, put a cup of Epsom salts in it, have yourself a nice soak, add some essential oils to the mix. You know, you can go to the health food store and just pick out something that smells delicious to you, add a few drops to your Epsom salt bath, and that creates a relaxation effect and actually pulls some toxins out of your body and allows you to get a leg up on that pain. And then aside from putting essential oils into your bath, you can use essential oils for pain. Lavender is well known for this, but again, I'm a huge fan of taking the sniff test. Smell different oils and different oil blends, and the one that you just want to keep going back to over and over again usually has great medicinal value. So you can put a little bit on your temples, you can rub it on the inside of your wrists, you can, give it a whiff now and again, and that can do a great job. But if you really, really want to tackle the underlying causes, check out my Inflammation Reset program. It's on my website, myvitalityproject.com, on the shop page. And this is a step-by-step manual to take you through how to detoxify your own body and how to detoxify your environment of the things that could be contributing to your pain and inflammation.